2024 presidential candidate Mike Pence is making a surprise visit to Ukraine today. He's meeting with the country's leader in a show of support for the war-torn nation. Pence's trip comes on the heels of the mutiny in Russia as we learn new details about the uprising, which are hitting close to home for Vladimir Putin. According to new reports, one of Putin's top generals may have known about the rebellion beforehand, may have even helped with it. But first, we go to senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palkot live in Kyiv. Greg?
Hey, Rich. Yeah, first to that unannounced visit for security reasons by Mike Pence here in Kyiv. The former vice president and candidate for the Republican presidential nomination toured towns outside of Kyiv like Bucha and Irpin, which has suffered so badly from the first wave of Russian attacks last year. Then he met with President Zelenskyy, who offered his appreciation for the visit and for U.S. support. Remember, at least on the Republican side, backing is weakening for funding of the Ukraine war effort. Here is a bit of what Pence had to say today.
We'll continue to do everything in our power to make sure that we provide the Ukrainian military with the support they need until they repel the Russian invasion and restore the sovereignty of this country.
Meanwhile, yes, more fallout from the attempted coup by mercenaries in Russia. It is reported that General Surovikin, one-time tough ally of Russian President Putin, is being questioned, arrested, even relieved of duty. It has been said the general was aware of the mutiny. He might even have helped. Reports other military officers are being swept up, too. Moscow has no comment on it at all. And there is no word of the whereabouts of coup leader Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin. He's supposed to be in Belarus. Just new reports today that his powerful group seems to be out of the picture in Ukraine. By the way, Rich, Pence is the first GOP presidential nomination candidate to come to Ukraine during this campaign. Analysts might argue if it helps his White House hopes, but his sentiments today sounded very heartfelt. Back to you.
Greg, thanks. And you look at what this means, and the analysts are going over what the Wagner Group, what will happen with the front in Ukraine, but there continues to be a pace of attacks against civilians there, correct?
Absolutely. The most dramatic this week, Kramatorsk, Tuesday evening, a pizzeria, a very popular restaurant, slammed by a Russian missile. The death toll now is 12, including 4 kids under the age of 18, at least 61 injured, including an 8-month-old infant. The targeting was just the center of a residential area of this town. No military target in sight. Russia's been doing that for about 16 months now and could continue. Back to you, Rich.
Yeah, as we approach a year and a half of this for Ukraine. Greg Palkot in Kyiv. Greg, thank you, and please stay safe.